friends, I'm Seth Juarez, and welcome to AI Show. Okay, maybe not Seth Juarez, but a little bit less funny version of him. I'm also a cloud developer advocate, and I work with Seth, and he's actually my boss. And I'm here today to build a AI application using cognitive services with you. And I have my friend Vanessa with me as well. And she's going to help us with asking questions, and she's going to learn how to develop with cognitive services too. Hey, Vanessa. Can you introduce yourself?
Awesome. Well, I'm happy to be here. This is actually my first time ever on a live stream. So hello, everyone in the world. I'm Vanessa Diaz. I'm actually a PM on cloud advocacy. So I actually work very closely with Ayşegül and Seth. So I am new to this building stuff. I only get to watch and read a lot of these things. So bear with me as I learn. I'll be asking lots of questions, but you can also ask questions in the chat. So yay, can't wait to get started.
Well, thank you for being here. So Vanessa is going to help me to explain concepts, and whenever I skip over something, she's going to make sure that, I explain it. And we are also familiar with some of the cognitive services concepts. And if we are both of us are missing, hey, Seth, please do let us know in the comments, and we will answer all of your questions. And our project today doesn't require any previous knowledge. And we'll try to be as entertaining as Seth is. Two of us, maybe we can do this, Vanessa.
I might have some jokes later if we get bored.
Why don't you give us one to start with? Let's hear it.
Okay. Okay, this is gonna be lame, but I love it. And Seth, this is for you if you're listening. What kind of computer does Ronald McDonald use?
What kind?
Well, I've heard that he usually uses a Big Mac.
we work at Microsoft.
We do use Macs occasionally. I don't. I'm a Windows person, but yeah, they're Macs around.
Yeah, I have both of them too. It's useful. The lamer, the better. So Seth wants us to keep the spirit of AI show with the lame jokes. So Ivana, hi. If anybody else have any jokes too, please write it on the comments. We want to hear it.
Yeah, I love dad jokes. I'm a fan.
Well, Seth approves as a dad himself. He says it was as lame as my jokes almost.
I guess I got to work a little harder.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, we have time. We have 2 hours, and all we are going to do is to build this project. So and there might be some times that, things doesn't work out. Demagogues doesn't work all the time. So we might have the chance to hear more of your jokes. And let's talk about what we are going to build today. Hey, so I work with cognitive services most of the time. So I'm really passionate about it. And one thing that bothers me is that there's all these cool features, but it's really hard to see all of them in one place. And we do have some applications for it. For example, the intelligent kiosk. It allows you to test out all of these services, but unfortunately, it's it's an app that you need to download. And I really care about web, and I really want to make sure that even if you're using a Big Mac or Windows, you should be able to see all of these services in one place. So we decided to create this application called AI Playground for web. So it's going to be just like the intelligent kiosk, but for the web. So anyone can just navigate to it and use it. And along the way, we will probably use some libraries, some cool tools like Codespace and web apps. And yeah, I can't wait to tell you more about it.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting. So, back in the olden times when we could see each other, you could find an intelligent kiosk at Microsoft stores or like even technology centers, Microsoft technology centers. I think that was the first time that I was ever, during my onboarding, you get to go through the fancy Microsoft Technology Center, otherwise known as MTC, and play with all the cool gadgets. And I remember the intelligent kiosk when I started years ago. So it'll be cool to kind of play with it again and learn how to do this web app.
Yeah, and we are going to do this every other week, and we're going to build on top of what we built the week before, and all of the code will be on GitHub. And I think we won't run out of any features because there are new features coming out all the time. So hopefully we'll use all of them. AI show specializing in AI and dad jokes. So do you think WinFS will come to Windows 10 in the next version of Windows? Seth or anyone can answer this? I'm not sure what the WinFS is. Richard, thank you. So Gao, I hope I'm saying it right, says that I'm using Linux. No problem. You know what? We're even going to do this whole thing on the browser. Well, we'll try at the very least. So there's this new functionality of GitHub Codespaces, which I will show. And we are going to use that. So what it looks like is this, but do you see this URL? This is a live thing that is on the GitHub. So I wanted to create that beforehand just to show you that it is happening in real time, but it takes some time. So I'm not going to close this one, but create a new one from this template on my GitHub repository. So Vanessa, actually, do you want to do that and share your screen?
Yeah, I can totally do that.
Yeah, because you did that before.
Okay, so do you want me to just go to the Visual Studio link that you sent me, or we're just going to start from?
So you can go to the GitHub repository on this one here. I'm going to post it to the chat too. And you have to share your screen, by the way. We won't see.
Got it. Okay. Let's see here. Let's share my screen. Here we go. Oh, and I need to. Here we go.
Okay.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Can folks see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Oh, I can see it. It's right there. All right.
Okay. So click on the code. And yeah, and then there's this HTTPS. There's a copy thing, little up. Yes, that one. Click on that, and then we are going to. I hear an echo of my sound.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, it's sharing my audio. Maybe we need to stop that.
Yes, that's a great idea.
Perfect. Is that better?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Yay. Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
Awesome. So you copy that. Now you need to go to the github.com/AI advocates. That's where we are going to create the new repository.
All
so
right.
Click on new on the right side. And so if you scroll, if you go up a little bit, there's an import repository link. Yeah, right there. Mm-hmm. And then you can paste the URL. So this URL is, this repository is actually in one of our Learn modules, and it has React, Vue, and Angular app. And there's one more, Swap, I think, if I'm saying that right. do it
So,
on Azure Advocates. Yes,
okay,
so
AI
we'll have
advocate.
it that. So you can call it AI Playground Test, maybe, because I'm going to keep the other AI Playground just in case.
Okay,
And then make it public.
public, so everybody can
Yes.
see it. And then begin.
Yes. So
Okey dokey.
I really like this feature of being able to create repositories from templates, because why would you create something from scratch all the time? There's just so much setting up to do. And the other cool thing about this is that we could have our cognitive services code in one folder, and then we can share it between React app, Angular app, all of it. It's basically a monorepo. And finally, we are going to deploy it to Azure Static Web Apps. Go ahead, click on it.
Okay.
Yay! I thought it's something to set. Woohoo! So now we have this new one. If you click on the code again, and then open with Codespaces. So this is the cool part for me, at least. And then you can create a new code space. So what this does is it creates an environment for you with Node.js, whatever you need, with Visual Studio Code. And you can even choose your plugins, or you can have a Docker container, and it's going to run on my browser. But if you click on the Open in Visual Studio Code, you don't have to. No, don't. Anyone else who wants to do it, then it will open up on your local environment with all of the settings. Codespaces rock. Yes, well, that's so true. So one issue I was having with Visual Studio Code, I have all of these plugins because I'm a hoarder of plugins, and then I don't need all of them for all of the projects. With this one, I can just say, hey, these are the ones that I want, and that's it. Cool. So our project open. It totally looks like Visual Studio Code, and you can install the recommended plugins. Yeah.
Okay, let's install.
Extensions. So Vanessa, you met with the Visual Studio Code editor last week, I think, right? Do you remember? Left-hand side, the plugins, where they are?
Yes. Extensions.
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay, here we go.
So we have all of the recommended ones. And then, so do you see on the plugin side the share button? The last plugin on, go down.
Here we go.
Yeah,
the
that
share.
one. Mm-hmm. And on top of it, now we can be on the same session.
Okay,
exactly.
So here we go. Share here.
Yeah, you have to sign in with your GitHub and invite me so we can code together, which is so awesome. I mean, technology is amazing. I don't know like how many hours I spent in the last few years setting up my environment. No more. And you can now invite contacts. So I am one of Vanessa's contact, and then you can, on the right side, you see there's a start call thing. I think that's what you could do.
On the right side, start call.
It disappeared, but if you
link. Do you want me to send you this invite link? Yeah, how do I?
sure.
Here we go. Start a voice call. Wait, no, that's not.
Not voice.
I'm already talking to you.
Exactly. So recent contacts, if you go over, I guess, or you could just send me the link and I can.
All right, here we go. Copy link invite. And then I will send it to you here.
Boom, 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 boom.
All right. Do you have it?
Yes, thank you. And also, like, I don't have to well, be next to someone to be able to pair program, which is really nice.
I know, especially now since I actually have not seen you in real life in such a long time.
That is true.
I get to talk to Ayşegül every week, but I don't get to see her every week.
Yes, right. We are going to at least do this for 2 hours every other week, which is really nice. So remember where our terminal is at the bottom. So except not read only, but read and write, please. So I can write. Yeah.
All right. I see. Cool.
Awesome. It's loading on my side. So while I'm doing that, except read and write. Okay. Was it? Oh. Is it somebody else? Well, I hope it's me. Yeah, we would see it under your context. So let's go back to your terminal.
Okay.
Little down on that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here we
yes.
go.
And click on it and npm install. Yeah, you can just type npm/install, not slash, space.
Okay, here we go.
So I'm allowing GitHub, VS Code to have access to my GitHub. So it's coming. Yay, I'm in.
Oh, there you go. I was going to say, I don't see you in here.
So let me see. You did type npm install, right? Let me try typing npm. So I'm going to ask access for terminal, which I did. You should see it. And please, accept me.
I accept you.
I really need this. Okay. npm. This is awesome. I mean, this makes me so excited. Like I am typing, not in a browser, I'm actually typing on my local VS Code, and this is working perfectly. And, there's just so many layers of being online here.
So how come I can't see what you're doing?
Oh, wait a minute. You can't? Oh, I see it because I deleted it. So I'm writing.
Oh, there you are.
Angular app, you see?
Okay, I do. I see that. Okay.
Now I need to npm install here. Hi, Yolanda. Thank you for joining. We were just talking about Codespaces and how cool it is. I'm just super excited. We are sharing this session with Vanessa, and everything is live. Everything is on the browser, and she didn't have to set up any environment at all, which is the hardest part, I think, for people, especially with JavaScript. There's different node versions and everything, and it makes it really complicated. So, Vanessa, if you can...
Do folks have experience on Codespaces? Anybody on the chat? I'm sorry, go ahead.
This is so magical. Yes, so true. Codespaces actually is really new, and people might not have heard about it already. I'll just paste the link here and try it out. It's really, really cool. So let's see. It's asking me, Angular is asking me if I should give access. Okay, fine. Fine, okay. So continue what you're doing. Vanessa, would you go to the folder structure on the left side? So top part, yeah, that top one, yes, that's the folder. And can you open the dev container? Yes, and then dev container.json.
Oops, sorry, I'm just trying to make more room here. Okay.
Yeah, Ivana tried it too. Yeah, I mean, this is one of those things that I'm not going to stop talking about for a long time, I feel like. So
we have 2 hours. Keep talking.
I mean, I can. There's no problem. I'm so fascinated because you were there. Like, I had to set up so many computers in 1 year to be able to do, one thing, and it was so painful. I'm very happy about this. I can be, on a beach or somewhere, or I would still be able to develop in a browser. So dev containers. Dev containers is what defines when you create it, it automatically creates this dev container, I believe. And so this one particularly, I added a Docker file to say Node.js and TypeScript, because I want those things to be in here. And if you see on the extensions, you don't really have much extensions on the same file, like line 20, 19, you see. So extensions, that's the extension that is downloaded, but you can go back to the plugins.
These plugins here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Click on them. And for example, Azure function, you see the settings on the right bottom?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, and there is one that says add to container JSON. Can you click that?
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
so,
cool.
Yeah, it automatically adds it. And then it's asking me, should I rebuild it? Yeah, sure. We will use functions at some point. So basically, you can use all of those things. And the other thing that is important in this code space, which is going to open up real soon, is that you can also say forward the port. So it will be just like your local development environment, localhost, maybe 8080. You can say that I'm going to use this, so make it available for me, so you can run that also when you build and serve.
Well, we're building it. It's happening. Where are other people from? I saw someone said that they're tuning in from South Africa. That sounds awesome.
Yolanda. Yeah. Go. Why no? What is happening? I don't know. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
It's running. It's connecting. It's happening.
Yeah. Because, it's doing a lot of stuff actually. So give it a time. But once it's set, once you set it as you want it, we didn't have to rebuild it in this case too. So we could have just used it. I just wanted to make sure for other people to have that. Okay. And cool. And if you go back to the folder structure, and so everything that's there is a dev container, and Docker file is just for this remote development environment. If you are not going to do this, you don't have to worry about it, which is okay too. But let's talk about what we have here. What we have is different folders for different applications. This is John Papa's great work. The Angular, React, Swap View, he did all of them. Oh, Nigeria, Finland, Mexico. Oh my God, Argentina. Oh, so awesome. That is amazing.
I can say hola. That's the only other language I can speak.
Yeah, but you can say more than hola.
Yes. Hi, hola. ¿Cómo están?
Yeah. So what time is it everywhere? That seems like very different time zones. Oh, Ireland. Hi. That's awesome. Washington.
Let me see. I've definitely been to Mexico. Have not had the pleasure to go to Nigeria or Finland. I was in Rome a couple of years ago, which was awesome. I've been to
Oh, India.
Ireland. Um, I have been to Washington.
What is
Oh, well,
Washington? That's very. It sounds like a very
it's an
exotic
exotic.
place.
It's very exotic.
Oh, Guatemala, India. You've been to India too.
I have been to India, New Delhi. Gosh, that was also a couple of years ago before, new
Yeah,
times, old
yeah.
times, new times.
At this point, all of them are. I think a couple years ago. They have everything we did. Vanessa,
Oh,
can you share the link again?
oh gosh, the live share link.
Yes.
Oh,
You can say share and then copy the link. Because we rebuilt it, it kicked me out, so I have to rejoin.
oh, and it's asking me to sign in again. Huh. Okay, so that's good to know. So if we rebuild it, then we have to sign back in. Interesting. Okay, link copy, copy again.
Yeah.
Copy
And
again.
don't make it read only. That would be very sad.
No. Okay, this is very strange. Okay, let's see here. Let me see if it.
Okay, while you're doing that, I'm actually going to share my screen and start talking about the cognitive services that we are going to add. I think.
Yes, tell me more.
Yeah, this is pretty much it in terms of Codespaces. Anyone missed Codespaces is what we are using, and also we are using live share on top of it. So it's really cool, which means that you can just take this and run it in a container, basically, on your browser.
Okay, I can stop
I feel like the latest time should be in India. Ludwig, can you tell us the time? And I'm not sure what would be the difference between Guatemala and Mexico time. But thank you so much for joining at every time from all around the world. It's exciting to have you.
Okay, do you want me to stop sharing my screen and you're going to take over here?
Sure, yes. And
okay.
Please do send me that link.
I did put it in the chat, so let me know if
yeah, I see it. Okay. Where are we? Codespace. Okay. I was just finding the Codespaces link. So this is the app that we want to build. So we are going to build all of the cognitive services capabilities, hopefully. And let's see what they are first. If anyone is, wow, Ritwik, thank you for staying up. Hopefully we won't put you to sleep, or maybe you want to be put to sleep.
Some people are night owls. I'm a morning person. I was up, I think, at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time this morning because I wake up early.
Yesterday, my Fitbit thought on my first meeting, I was going in and out of REM sleep and awakeness, according to my Fitbit. I was actually in the meeting, I swear.
It must have been a boring meeting.
It was fascinating. What are you talking about? There's no boring meetings. Well, you weren't in it. And
okay, I was going to say, I hope it wasn't a meeting with me that you were in and out of sleep.
I really wasn't, but I guess I was close enough. So cognitive services, if anyone is not familiar, is the easiest way to add AI capabilities into your applications. And what could those AI capabilities be? We have few categories here, and we can take a look. Decision. First, there's anomaly detector. You can look at your data of your health of the data of your meeting was obviously made. It's never boring with you, Sad. You have the music, you have everything, but I'm lacking your sound effects, honestly. Oh.
She has to say that. He's watching.
because my boss is watching, I have to say, get to work. Hi, Sayed. I'm Ibrahim. I hope I'm saying it right. So sorry. I know how you feel. People butcher my name all the time too. It's okay. So back to AI, back to cognitive services. There are all these capabilities that we are so used to seeing all the time on every application, right? We expect all of the applications to be smart. And hi, Ashish. And it's really hard to compete with companies like Microsoft, Google, or Amazon because they have years and years of research went into these AI capabilities, right? But thankfully, now these capabilities are just a service away. You can just use it and add it to any kind of application. Oh, yeah. And there's the Azure Cognitive Services account, like how to get the free account. Here we go. I had it here too.
Yay. Thank you, Microsoft developer. They're so helpful.
Aren't they? I really like them. I hope you guys too. So anomaly detector is for catching anomalies in your data. It could be your log, or it could be some, for example, if it's a bank, some user activity. So it's very easy to just plug in lots of data and see and define what would be an anomaly and get alerted. We have the content moderator. It's checks for offensive moderator, or like maybe sometimes lame jokes. I don't know.
It might not be working on my joke then.
No, you are hilarious. But you have a question, Vanessa. What did you like the most in Italy? I know the answer is everything.
In Rome, I really did enjoy the food and the wine, which I'm sure is such a very typical answer. But I did get to go to the Vatican and go through a lot of the art collection that the Vatican has. It was amazing, and I never thought that. When I think Vatican, I don't think massive art collection. But it's maybe a little known fact to people, but they have a wonderful, before you get to the wonderfulness of it, they have amazing art there from, all of the wonderful artists that like Van Gogh. I think they even had who was Frida Kahlo's husband? I can't forget. I forget his name now.
Now you asked, I forgot too.
Frida Kahlo's husband. I like Frida Kahlo. Oh yeah, Italian ice cream. Yes, absolutely. I'm actually dairy free. I'm lactose intolerant, but I did find some dairy free ice gelato there, which was delicious.
That's amazing.
I was very, very happy and lucky that
hazelnut ice cream was
the best.
So good. I'm sure you had great foods in India too.
Yeah, yes. Frida Kahlo's husband was a Mexican artist, Diego Rivera. That's right.
Yes. Once you said it, it's so easy to remember. Yeah.
Yeah, Microsoft developer on point. Look at that.
It is also interesting that you saw Diego Rivera in Italy.
Yeah.
Instead of in Mexico or US.
Yeah.
I think that would be easier.
They have a massive art collection there. It's amazing. I was very surprised.
Yeah. Seth says people become intolerant of me when he has dairy. So, Seth, you should be here too. You should do an AI show, really.
I know.
It's almost like your thing, you see. Okay, back to cognitive services. Language, Italian. We have the language services. Translator is one part of it, but it's not just translator. When we say language We don't just say different languages, but even in English too, being able to detect like sentiment, analyze it, and now we have the text analytics for health, for example. We can even easily detect information about someone's health from documents. And we have a bot and Q&A maker. I really want to implement that one too, especially with the questions people have, and say like, okay, ask me a question, and it will answer. And speech to text, text to speech. So you can add conversations, like someone could say, press the button or turn on the light, or you can make your browser read some text for you. And speech translation and speaker recognition. This is a new one, especially if you're doing something like a tool like Alexa and Google Home. You want to be, when somebody asks you to send an email or do this, you want to be able to recognize who's speaking. I actually use this a lot, and I say, where's my phone? A lot. And if you recognize the speaker, then you can, find their information, which is really, really cool. Thank you, Yolanda. Thanks to you. You guys are here and making it so much better for us, because we are nervous, honestly. This is our very first time. And things are going to break. We know it's going to happen, but thank you for being here. Okay, and vision. So we can detect information from images or video, and we can detect how many faces are in it, and we can even use face for like identifying. For example, some of the new phones have face identification to, unlock your phone. You can create something like that with face. And you can build your custom vision if you have a very specific product. For example, you can train a model to recognize that specific product. It might not be recognized by normal AI capabilities, which is nice. And the search. There's just so much in the search too. We'll get there. But today I actually wanted to start from vision. And the reason is I woke up and saw that Prince Philip died. And I just wanted to do something with his images and see how, if, how we can recognize who he is from this. So
He was 99. So, I mean,
yeah,
lived a very long life.
Yep. And 2 months, very close to his 100th birthday.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe he just doesn't like the parties, so he just checked out. Okay, so I click on our computer vision. So this is, putting together all of the vision services. We do have a way of looking at different images here. And I guess we can add the an image of Prince Philip here and see what it says too. We can just try it here, but we are still going to build it. All right, I'm going to paste the image URL and then choose recognize celebrity and see if he's a celebrity enough. Oh, we do. Oh, okay. That is sad. JPEG, PNG. All right. Prince Philip images. This is a good time for another joke while I'm looking for this.
Oh. Let's see. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, there was this other. Why did the computer cross the road?
Why?
Well, he because he was programmed by the chicken. Was put on the spot.
Does everyone know about the chicken crossing the road. Yeah. Rest in peace. And hi, Pankaj. I have to learn these names. So there's a great way to put in someone's name and use speech services to recognize like how it's being said. We'll get there too. We'll build that one too. So it says JPEG. I found the JPEG, but maybe there's a problem.
Do we need to
here.
upload it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead to directly to creating it. So for anyone who hasn't seen, this is our Azure services. So with the link, let me put it back, free link. If you go there, you can just sign up for, I think it's $200, and most of the services are free for a while. Then you can try out cognitive services and create an account. So when you create an account, you'll see the portal here if you already don't have, and that will take you to Azure portal where we will create our computer vision resources. So this is where we can get started, but I know what it's going to tell me, which is go to Azure and create a resource. So you can go to your page. So I see all of the recent stuff I made. You might not see something similar that way, but all you need to do is find the plus icon. It's on here and on the homepage too, right here. And then search for vision.
There's computer vision.
Oh,
Or we're doing custom vision.
That is a great question. I will choose computer vision in this case. We're not doing custom vision. So the other thing that you could do is actually just create a cognitive services resource and use it for almost all of the cognitive services, not all of them, but almost. So you can say cognitive services and just use that one. And this is a question I get a lot too, like, what is the difference? Why would I create cognitive services or vision? So if you are just trying out things, I recommend that just have a cognitive services resource, create that and forget about it, and use the same key, developer key for everything that you do. This is good for testing. But if you are for example, building a custom vision model, and you want to see how much you pay for training versus how much you pay on production, that is a good reason to separate these resources. So
that makes sense. I think that's helpful.
Yeah. What's the difference between custom vision and computer vision? Great question, Yolanda. And they actually look so similar too, right? And I always forget. So computer vision is the models that we train. So in the computer vision example, we were looking at the examples that we have on this site, right? You can do all the things that we trained our models. So we train it to read labels, read handwritten text, right? Or find people and describe images. We did all of these things. But one thing happened with Microsoft. I don't know if you could see it, but I have some headsets. And it wasn't being recognized as the headset because there's very few. They're very new. So the computer vision was not able to detect that as a augmented reality headset, which is HoloLens or virtual reality headset. So what I did was I trained it with custom vision, which means that I can add on top of the capabilities to train it to recognize that specific thing. So that custom vision now works. Can you, well, anyone has any use case? Can you guys think of it? Some people, for example, like to train it for their own logos or own products. That's one thing. Or I think Seth is doing rock, paper, scissors. So, I mean, he's not doing it with these services, but if computer vision is not recognizing
like hand gestures,
then you can train it with custom vision to, have that, to detect that. So it's some extra flexibility, which is really cool. All right, so these are all the pre-built ones, basically, and custom vision, you can define what you want to do with it. Does that make sense, Yolanda? If you have any question about it, like if it's not clear, please let me know. Because sometimes it's really hard to explain things. Oh, computer vision is a general purpose computer vision model. Yes, it's general purpose, and it will recognize. Thank you. It will recognize regular objects like teapot or
a ball, or like
yeah. But HoloLens, my husband, we had them for so long, he can't even tell the difference between a VR headset and HoloLens. So it's hard even for people, but it was really easy to create it. Vanessa, do you mind finding that article? We have an article about it, like how to create it without even writing any code.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And okay, so we are meanwhile creating our cognitive services resource. So I have access to multiple subscription. You will probably have just one. And then a resource group is, we have to define, this is like a folder, if you will. For example, I'm creating the AI Playground app, so I would create a new one that is called AI Playground, and then put everything in it. And if one day I decide to not, have that website, I can just delete the whole thing, and I wouldn't have to worry about it. And it also, between teams too, it makes it easier. Thanks, Wade. So let's say AI Playground. Okay. And the region, for the regions, you have to choose the one that's closest to you. Sometimes some of the services are not available in every region. In that case, you could choose something a little further. And name. This name thing is specific to cognitive services. So remember I said the AI Playground is going to be the folder. This is, hi Kartikeyan, like Rohit. You guys are really challenging me today. With AI, AI Playground, we might have a storage, for example, or a function app, and different parts of the application might use different services. And this name is going to be specific to cognitive services. I'm going to say AI, well, AIP. Okay. And tier, you can choose the free one, or standard is my option. Certify that use of, by checking this box, I certify that I use the service is not by or for police department in the United States. So this warning, it is very important to us because some of the services like face detection might be used to identify people, right? And we want our customers to feel safe, and we are saying we want our customers to build things and to not to have the privacy concern for their customers. Does that make sense? So we don't want anyone to use these services for something that won't be comfortable for everybody. And by checking these boxes, if you don't check, you won't be able to create it. You are saying that you are accepting these terms, which means that if you use it in a way that is not appropriate with our privacy concerns, guidelines, then we have the right to, by we, I mean Azure, have to right to not give you this service. All right. So tags, usually, actually, well, you don't have to. This is if you're in a big organization like mine, this helps me to find my own resources. So that's why I have tags. Okay, and I click create and remove tag. Was this allowed by policy? Interesting.
Do you think you could zoom in a little bit on some of this stuff?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yay.
All right.
Thank you. This is clearly just for me, not y'all folks.
All right. I'm going to try another resource group. I'm not sure why. Certify, I confirm, I read, understood. Okay. Tags. And okay, it passed. So there was an issue with that resource for some reason. And this is telling me to confirm. Actually, this is the right information. And I click create. And then it takes a little bit of time. Anyone is familiar with Azure portal, or anyone building anything with Azure at the moment? Think about that question. Now we build it. We're just going to go to that resource, which is kind of like opening that folder. And here we come to a quick start. So we have, well, all of these services we can use with the same cognitive services resource, right? And we can use containers if that's what you would like to do, which means that you can run all of these AI services in your own network. And if you were doing image analyzing, for example, you wouldn't have to send your image to Azure. Instead, you would do it locally, which is really nice. So tell us about your projects. Yes, that is working. Rock, paper, scissors. Catch him next week at the same time, 11 a.m. PST. That's all I could give at the moment. Can't translate it. All right. So computer vision, that's what I'm going to go do. And let's see, I'm looking for the API endpoint, but it doesn't have. Let's see. We could have it. All right. Sometimes it is challenging to find things in here. I wasn't expecting that. Usually they have the API right here. So this is my other resource that I created before. You see there's an API console. When I click on it, I go to see these definitions. Maybe I'll take off the banner. And kind of play around with the APIs before I start building. It's really good to check if what you're trying to do is happening. I'm building a holobot as we speak using speech bots. FW, what is FW? And mixed reality. Oh, that's awesome, Ivana. What are you using? Are you using Unity? Seth is secret. Yeah, he's a very secretive person. His project is, very secret. Ivana, tell us about your mixed reality and speech. That's really exciting. Yesterday, actually, I was doing another live thing And I show how you can build WebXR experiences like mixed reality, VR, and AR. And oh, awesome. And people ask like, oh, can we use speech to use the application? Because especially if in mixed reality, it makes so much sense.
I think we even have a learn module in Unity to adding speech services. I was looking at that the other day.
Microsoft. That's awesome. For some reason, I read that in Steve Banner voice in my head. If you don't know Steve Banner, you have to Google him. He used to be the CEO of Microsoft. I have to present in Microsoft Reactor how to use cognitive services with mixed reality. So decide to create hologram to talk to me. Oh, that's awesome. That
sounds amazing.
That is really cool. And the cool thing is, it's if you're using mixed reality toolkit, it's really much easier to have voice commands. You might voice commands are easy, but if you're going to do speech, you still have to use cognitive services. But doing things like, okay, bring that button towards me, or like press that button, those things are built in. Really cool. All right. Microsoft. What is going on? So, okay, we created our first API, and I'm going to go to keys and endpoints, and I'm just going to copy our key. So this is your secret key, which you should never put on GitHub unless you're putting it as a secret, which I'll show in a second. Well, let me show you actually before that happens. If you go to settings on GitHub, and if you go to Codespaces here, you can, I gave access to Seth and Vanessa, very nice of me. And then you have this tab called secrets. And now you can add another secret, and then I'll call it AI blog, for example. And if I paste it, are you going to see it? I'm going to paste it here. Yep, you were going to see it. So here we go. I pasted it and created this AI blog. So what this does is it uses in two places. When you have something like GitHub Action, you push your code and it automatically builds for production or your dev testing, staging environment. Then it uses the secrets here. So this is exactly like creating local environment variables. And feel free to ask any questions if you have about the environment variables. All right. So now our code can use this here, and then we can deploy it directly. We don't have to worry about putting it anywhere else, which is nice. Where were we? All right. Okay.
Moving on.
How are you doing, Vanessa?
Good.
Any questions about the services? You might not have seen all of them.
Yeah, I certainly haven't seen all of them or played with all of them, but
yeah,
no questions yet so far.
Yeah. You're going to learn all of them. We're going to implement all of them. So
whether I like it or not.
I mean, if you have reference, it's like asking for a song on the radio station, you can ask for a feature that we implement. So as far as I know, what are you teaching? Hi, Home. We are going to build this intelligent kiosk, which is using all of the Azure Cognitive Services features. We're going to build it for web. So so far we created our application on GitHub and also created some resources. So you haven't missed much yet. Okay, and let's go. So analyze. So now you can come here and choose your location and just paste your key that you copied from your resource. And then I can just give an image here and then test it if it's working or not. I like testing things in every stage. It also makes it more exciting because sometimes development takes a long time. You want to see some results. So, okay. So what this does is if you guys are familiar with Postman, this allows you to define an HTTP request. This is like talking to Azure, basically. And we can change all of the query parameters here. We can add them here. So, for example, visual features. What we want is, this is Prince Philip's photo. What we want is it Bren's objects? I thought, wait a minute, am I thinking wrong? Image analysis, concepts, image categorization, is that it? Image descriptions? Okay. Oh, maybe it was described that I needed to use. Let's see.
So then it'll say like, this is Prince Philip.
Recognize celebrity. Yeah, it should say that. Let's try. I mean, this is also a great way to learn what will come out of it. So we say categories, okay, or faces. I'm going to say faces. And then we paste the link over here. And then because I click on the API console from my resource, so it created it, but it knows what I want to, which REST US2. I think maybe it made it on this one. Anyways, so it's creating the HTTP request for us. And then we just click send. And the response comes. Okay, so it's a mail JPEG. So this is not
what we want. Can you make this
exactly.
also bigger so we can kind of read what it says down there when you get there?
Okay. It's not domain specific content. Get area inset. Or describe image, is it? Let's see. The way I can find out is if it's, nope, not this one. Get area of interest. Okay. I think it was describe image. Content supported JPEG. Okay, person. Yep. Describe image is the one. Let's go. REST US2. Maximum candidates, and I have to paste my key here one more time. Okay. Oh, and paste the image as well. Vanessa, it's time for a joke. You are our only entertainment. Oh, hi, Rian and Rian. What in the world is this? So we are working with Azure Cognitive Services, and we are trying out computer vision. Hi, go. Thanks for joining. And we created an Azure resource, and now we are going to try it out. So when you create a resource, you can just click on this API console and try out on your browser if it works. Okay. And then I pasted the image URL and then send response. Person tag. Okay. So I have to add one more thing. let's see what it added here. Application JSON, form data. There was one more thing which said celebrity. I am pretty sure. Let's see. Computer vision, describe image. We're in the same place. Endpoint, language, content type. Okay. Vanessa, waiting for that joke.
Oh, got it. Okay. Oh, okay. Yes. How does a computer get drunk? Quiet. Anyone in the chat? Put it in the chat. Well, don't look it up though. All right. How does a computer get drunk? It takes screenshots.
Oh, that is funny.
Screenshots.
Should we take some screenshots here?
It's it's around noon in Pacific Standard Time, so a screenshot might be good.
Okay. All right. Analyze image and visual feature categories, detail celebrities. All right, that's what I needed. Okay. So this is a little bit better than documentation if you think about it. If I am on this page, it actually tells me, I just didn't read. It actually tells me what the visual features are. We want categories and then the details, celebrities or landmark. So that's what we are going to do. Analyze the image with CS2. It was so close. I could have done this a little earlier. Welcome to live shows and live coding. Are you taking some screenshots? Okay.
Well, has anyone watched what is that? The Crown. That's that show with the royal family. So I think Prince Philip is season 1. They have a lot of his their whole relationship, the Queen and Prince Philip. So
yeah.
That is how I learn history, y'all, nowadays. I watch The Crown.
I'm sure it is super accurate.
It's very accurate.
I mean, I didn't know his name is Duke of Edinburgh, for example.
If you watched The Crown, you would have known that.
Yeah, exactly. No, I did watch The Crown and many, many times. So let's look at the picture. So this is the picture, and it was able to recognize him as Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. So I challenge you, everyone on the chat, to find an image so we can try it out. Like sometimes I try to challenge it, like if someone kind of looks like him, let's search for it. Okay, images. So yeah, let's try, for example, young Philip. Does it recognize young Philip? Probably, especially with copy image link. Okay, especially with the crown, as you said. People are so much more familiar with.
Oh, we should find an image of the actor. I don't know the actor's name, but
yeah,
actor Prince Philip.
Go for it. Yeah. Close this one. Yeah, so we did get the exact result. What are the other things that we have here? So score is 0.9, which means that the score is between 0 and 1, which shows our, oh no, actually the confidence. confidence level is 0.99. We are very, very sure. So if it's in doubt, it might go lower than that. And you might want to, I love Microsoft. Thank you. Microsoft loves developers too. And the other thing that is here is face rectangle. So if you put a point and then top left here, and then put another point, and then you would create a rectangle which would have his face basically. And then we have the request ID, height, width of the JPEG, those kind of information, which is really cool. Anyone found any interesting images? No? Oh, you said
I put a link in the chat if that helped.
Okay. Yeah. Let's try copy image. Okay. I don't know if the format copy image address. Okay. URL. Okay. It's the same. We'll see if that is going to work. 200. Oh, Olivia Coleman. So it recognized Olivia Coleman, but it did not recognize the other actor. She has an Oscar, so that makes sense. Vanessa, I can't hear you.
Oh, there you go. An Oscar gets you more recognition, obviously.
Exactly. I mean, like everybody else, we, count on your accomplishments. All right. So we can try out all of the other services. OCR is for optical character recognition, which is reading documentation and recognize domain-specific content. You can, I think, train this to recognize things. Okay, get read results. Cool. So now we know what we need to do. We need to do is to give details, celebrity, and visual features categories, and our key and image. This is how it works, and we know that it works now. Now we can add it to our code, unless anyone has any questions. Vanessa, do you?
No, this was awesome.
Cool. Let's go back to our projects. Okay, this is my project. Do you want to start sharing?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's see
Anyone
here.
on the chat has any lame jokes or dad jokes for us? I think Seth left us too, so
That's
we are running out.
Let's see here. Share screen. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, I do. Yes. Awesome. Can everyone see this? Or maybe you can Control+ to come a little closer, tiny bit.
Oops, here we go. How about I do it on this screen? Is that a little better?
Yeah. Yes, thank you. I think so. Okay. So if you go back to the folders, we have the Angular app. Actually, I must be able to. Am I in the session?
Oh gosh. Okay, let's see.
Oh, I forgot
to restart the session. Oh.
No. I just forgot to accept it. Okay. And it's opening. Okay. It's opening for me. So
great.
All right. So one thing that you can do for us is on the terminal, type cd and Angular, start typing Angular, and then click on tab so it will finish that sentence for you. Yes, enter. Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Wait, that's fine. Nope. How about we close this and close that? Close that. Cool. You're in. Close that. All right.
Okay.
I'm back.
Awesome. So, okay. So here, did we do npm install? Can you type npm install? Okay. And also, can you go open up the Angular app folder, and then at the bottom there's package.json that we could take a look. So all of the the things that you need to run is here. What you can do to get it started is type npm run start on your terminal. You are living in the terminal now, Vanessa. This is your life now.
This is where I live now.
Yes.
Hello from the terminal / Oakland, California / tiny 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says open here and nothing else. Oh wait, there we go.
Going on.
Oh, it's working. Okay.
Haven't you watched any hacker movies? Come on. This is what happens. Things just happen.
They happen in the background.
Yes. The text would go up. I love it. So open in browser. Yeah, click on that one.
Sweet.
And we should see it. Yeah, it's coming. Yay. So this is currently the app. The app comes from one of our Microsoft resources. The only reason we are using this is I just didn't want to start from scratch. And it also has React, Vue, Angular app doing exactly the same thing. So we can implement, write it the same thing, implement it for all of those. All right. Go back to our editor. Okay. Cool. Now, what we want to do is add a service. So if you click on the plus icon on towards the right, you can create another terminal. So this one is going to keep running the Angular app. So it's going to watch for our changes, and it's going to re-render it. So if you want to prove that to yourself, go to source under the Angular, or you could do Control P. Yeah, Control P, and not the package.json, but start writing source src. src.
Oh, src. Sorry.
Yeah. Dash. I don't remember the name of the folder. Anyways, let's go back to the file on the left-hand side, the file structure and source. Yeah, click on that. And then, so the app and app component.html, that's what we want to open. App.component.html.
Okay.
Yeah. So you see the main, there's a class column and stuff like that. So write Vanessa right next to it.
Next to class column, like right here?
Oh, I am in the session. Hello.
Yeah, there you are.
Vanessa. Okay. And if we save this, and if you can go to the next tab where the app is, we should be able to see the changes.
Refresh it.
Refresh. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, Vanessa. Do you see it
Oh.
on the left-hand side? Yeah. I
There I
did
am.
promise you to be on the center.
That's true.
Okay. I deleted it. Go back, please. And save. Okay. Oh, so what we want to do is create a service. For those of you who are not familiar with Angular, what exactly are you guys doing with AI? Could you please give an intro? Sure. What we are doing is, let me share my screen for a sec. We just want to build stuff with all of the cognitive services. So what I want to do is people to be able to try out all of the cognitive services on their website, on a web page. So we have these cool applications, but you have to download it, called Intelligent Kiosk. So what I want to do is to create an web app that kind of allows you to try out all of the cognitive services in one place. So that's the goal. It's going to take some time, but we are going to get there. I think the setting up takes the longest time, so hopefully next time we will be much faster. Does that make sense? Did I answer your question? And what we are doing is we are taking advantage of Seth not doing the AI show this week. So every other week we will, with Vanessa and I, we will build this app together. And what we are using is Codespaces, so we can build everything on a browser. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, awesome. So
right.
I'm going to stop sharing. You can. Yours is here too. That's awesome.
Yeah, I didn't stop. I think we just switched screens. Awesome.
Yes. And we created our resources and everything. So now it's time to add the service to Angular, and we're going to try doing that. And can you, on the terminal, can you cd into Angular app on that one too? Cd Angular and tab. Yeah, enter. And now we are inside the Angular, and Angular has this CLI, and now we should be able to use that. Can you type ng new service and call it cognitive?
Service and then you said call?
Cognitive. Just
yeah,
as a name. That's the name. So what this does is creates a service and puts it in the app, because we're not saying where it is.
No, it says not found.
What? Oh, okay. So maybe Angular CLI is not there. So can you type npm I, which is install. I think I can do that. Why am I not doing it?
Okay.
Help me out. It's Angular slash. I just have to find you on my desktop. I don't see it here. I don't see it here.
Oh gosh, how many screens do you have over there?
I don't know. I am lost. Okay, I find it. Oh, right. Woohoo. So I have to ask for, request again to be able to write it. Okay. All right. Those are your npms. npm install. I'm going to try -g. I'm not sure what's going to happen. So basically, because this is trying to write some files, create some files for us, we usually install it on our, generally, globally on our development environment. Remember, I was telling you about, like, we always use other people's code. So basically, this is all other people's code, and we usually don't give access to everything, but this is having global access. And there are ways to not do that too, if you don't feel comfortable. So I'm going to say ng new service cognitive. Yeah, let's try again. Okay, yes, you asked me. New command requires to be run outside the project, but ng generates. So I was wrong. ng generates service.
Oh, okay.
Boom, boom. So what it did is, I think I can't change where you are, Vanessa, what you're seeing. But if you scroll down a little bit on the file folder on the left side, so you see there's cognitive services. There are two green ones. Those are the two new services.
Okay, these are the two new services that
I misspelled content type application. Sorry. I wish I read that much earlier. Thank you. So creating a robot using JS, that's exciting. What is the robot is going to do? Yes, and we are not. Moving on. So if you click on the cognitive services, can you click on it?
This one?
No, that's our tests for this. But yeah, double click on that. So it creates two files, one for testing, one the actual one. Yes, that one.
This one. Okay, got it.
Cool. So now we have to add this functionality to here. Let's see. One thing that we need to do is import. I can type that. Where am I not typing it? Component cognitive sources. Okay. Okay. So we are going to import HTTP client. This is one of the, I think it's from Angular core, so maybe not. I haven't written Angular code in a while, so bear with me. And it is saying that it is giving me an error. So you see the wiggly line, that means that there is a problem. So the reason is Angular have this thing called modules, so we have to import it there. So can you click on? We do have the HTTP client module. Let's go back to the cognitive sources. Why it's complaining? Maybe it's complaining because I actually haven't. It's so hard to talk and try to find things because I haven't used it yet. Maybe if you hover over it, you can see the result, and sometimes it tells you what to do to fix it. Okay. Did it tell you? No.
It says preferred fix available, Shift Alt plus.
Okay. Let's move on. Let's start creating it. So because I don't want to misspell anything, I'm just going to paste the HTTP options here. So HTTP headers, that's what we need to import. Okay, so what these headers are is the things that we saw here. So you could see the key was a input and the content type and things that are we defined to send to our service. And instead of writing the key, we are going to put it on an environment file or use the secrets from Google. Did I miss something? I remember at the beginning we import React templates, and very good catch. Thank you for watching with your full attention. It was badly named. It was actually exactly the same. But if you are interested, there's a React app on this one too. Can you show that, Vanessa? If you close the Angular app and scroll down, yeah. There's a React app, Vue app, Svelte app, all of them are doing actually exactly the same. Yeah, thanks to John Papa. He built this. So this was one example where he put all of the different ones. So I wanted to give people, chance to work on the different ones if they wanted to. What I want to do is right now I'm creating the service just to have our very first thing here on Angular. But what I want to do is to have a TypeScript library, maybe that you can import into all of the different applications. So we will have the cognitive services related code in one place, and then we can use it for every app. Beyond's robot tells jokes. Any good jokes, Beyond? Tell us one. What is your robot's best joke? Give us the scoop.
Okay, where to next?
So I am going to add HTTP client, which is this one, to our constructor. What it does is, what do Minecraft Bedrock players listen to? Bad rock and roll. You should have put the punchline a little later. Let us think, but this is very good. Thank you. Awesome. So, are you guys familiar with Angular at all? I feel like there's just so much Angular code happening here, unfortunately. But what we are trying to do is basically establish the same request here that we did and be able to send it. And then once we do that, next time maybe we'll just build a input box or something to get the URL from someone. Bad rock and roll. That's awesome. There's a subreddit. I don't know if you are on Reddit, but there's a dad jokes subreddit. I love it.
Oh my gosh, I need to get on this subreddit.
Yeah. Okay, where were we? So what we are going to do is create the analyze image function here. And for testing purposes, why not just console log here something analyzing image. So it needs to take an image too. And we are now going to call this function and make sure that it works. Angular core. Okay. What our error message is saying about HTTP is not part of Angular core. And so I just deleted there. Vanessa, people can't see what I am looking at. Can you hover over that wiggly line HTTP client? Yes. Can't find it. Can you right click on it? We should be able to import it. Well, it's not doing it. The reason it's not doing it is I think we don't have the right plugins. Normally it will give you a hint. Can you go to the plugins and search for Angular? So the Angular language, you can install it.
Got it.
Yeah, and the John Papa snippets are really good too. So I recommend that one too. And
you want me to install this one as well, or?
Yes, and remember, because we are using Codespaces, for those of you who is joining us later on, we are actually doing this whole thing. The VS Code is running on our browser on GitHub through Codespaces, which is really cool. And that's why we don't have all of the plugins here. But can you go back to that Angular plugin, the settings? No, where you
sorry.
were.
Oh, my bad.
Plugin. Yeah, no worries. And then right-click on the settings. Not
right here.
Yeah.
The little wheel.
Yes, and add it to developer container. Yes, thank you. And do that for the other one. So it's asking us to rebuild, but let's not do it. But this setting is going to be saved now. Next time we open it, we'll have it, or anyone else who is using this repository and want to use Codespaces can also have the same plugins, which is awesome.
Awesome.
All right. Going back to our service, the character. Yes, awesome. Thank you. We are trying to import that. Yeah, can you hover over that? Maybe it is giving the hint this time. No, it's not. Anyways, if you can go up, or maybe I'll just copy and paste it just in case. Cognitive services. I just need to import the cognitive services. If you scroll up a little bit, you will see I added the import statement. So the error should go away. You scroll down. Yeah, the HTTP error is gone.
Okay.
Great. Awesome. So now what we want to do is let's go back to the application. Let's see what we have on the next tab, which has the Angular on top. No, the browser tab.
Oh, this one.
Yeah. So
Refresh
yes, we haven't done anything yet, but I just want to, for saving time purposes, I just want to add a button somewhere and call it analyze image for now. Go back to our cognitive services and open up the app.component.html.
This guy.
Yes. Yes. So that is okay. Under that router or on top of that router, that could be too. Yeah. Start writing button. Well, okay. So every HTML tag has to start with this thing, and then right. And normally, if you click, okay, it finishes up for me. It knows what this is and say, I'll finish that. Thank you very much. So I'm going to type analyze image. But I just realized, okay, never mind. We can do this here. So app components, and I'm going to define a click event here. In Angular, what we do is put click inside the parentheses to say this is two-way binding, which means that whenever it's clicked, do something. And I'm going to call this on click. This is a function we haven't defined yet, but we will define, and it's going to run. Hopefully. Can you go to the app.component.ts?
Oh, here we go. Is this it? No, it's this one.
No, I don't think we opened it yet.
Oh.
You can find it on the website, yeah. This is horrible development practice, by the way. I just wanted to get to the service so badly. So I'm willing to do this, but we could do so much better than this. Okay, so after line 12, you have to scroll a little bit.
Here.
App.component.ts. Just because I That's interesting. I don't think we are looking at the same thing. App.component.ts, right? Okay. Okay. All right. I think I'm going to move that button to somewhere else. Let's should we create a new one or just reuse the products for the time purposes? If you go to anyone has an opinion? Anyone Angular? Okay, I was looking for another joke from the end, but no, it's not coming. Okay. Yeah, another joke from you, Vanessa, while I think about where to put this button.
Okay. Another joke. Oh yeah, this one I remember reading. This is a Microsofty one. Why did PowerPoint cross the road
What? Why?
to get to the other slide?
That is great.
I know. I need to find some new jokes.
That is awesome. Meanwhile, what I did was delete the button from the app components.html because yeah, it is bad. We are going to do a lot of weird stuff. Instead, I just want to add it to the components, the product list component.ts. So we already have some cards there that we are repeating. And I'm going to just put the button right under.
Okay, where are you now? Your
products. If you open the products and then the list component, I think it's that one. Yeah.
Here we are.
Is it giving us a clue? The red ones are the ones that, yeah, I think so, are the ones that we made some changes, I think. I don't know.
It says manage library execution here. Is that?
Just that's okay. We can ignore it. So the wiggly lines are, if they're red, they're errors, then our code won't run. But if they are just, yellow, they're just warnings. So we can ignore. It's better if you don't ignore. But yeah, for now. So what we have here, if you guys are not familiar with Angular, we define a component with the add component. This is the add product list item. I think this is the one that keeps repeating with all of the products. And we are doing nothing related to the products. I just want to finish this service real fast. That's why we are here. And you see there's a list item. And then if you scroll down a little bit, line, yeah, there. So we have a card. And if you scroll down a little bit more, yes, so that's where I put the button. It's the same on button with on click. So it's supposed to run whenever we click on that one. And now we have to define. You see there's a red line on click. Now we have to define that function because it doesn't know. We just say like do the on click thing, but it doesn't know what it is. So if you scroll down to line 32, 33. So the export class product list component, this is where we write the code. And I am there. What do we call it? On click, right? And we're just going to console log it to show you that it's works. Okay. And now, if you go back to the Angular page, next tab, and we can refresh it. unless we broke it, of
oh
course.
gosh, we broke it.
No, analyze image. We have analyze image everywhere. So can you do Control Shift J or I to open your console?
Yep.
So, well, if you have an error, you'll see all of them right here. And you don't have to worry about it, but click on the Analyze Image buttons, any of them. And if you scroll down, you should see it. Hello. Elbow cuff. Yes. So hi. We did a very simple thing, which is just clicking on a button and writing something there. Nothing is happening yet. So what we want to do instead is the analyze image methods that we created on our service, and then run that one.
So the same idea of the Prince Philip kind of example is what we're going to try to do here.
Yes, okay. Exactly. It's just taking us forever. That's all.
We have time.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So now what we need to do is import our service, the cognitive service, into our this component. So go back to the editor. Right. And we do not have a constructor function, but we actually do need a constructor function here before check by product and after the input. I can write it actually. Constructor method. This is constructor method runs before we create that component, buttons and everything else. And what we want is to include the service beforehand, so it will be available, that function will be available to us. And what do we call it? The cognitive service?
Yeah, cognitive service.
Okay. And let's see if it will. Do you see it? Okay, good. Yeah, and it's saying that it doesn't recognize cognitive service. We just need to import it. So if you go up, import.
Well, where we up here?
That same file. Product list component, is that the one? Yes, all the way up. Okay. So normally the plugins will automatically import these things, but because we didn't rebuild it, it's going to take some time. I didn't want to run that from, and we are going to say wherever the product, where is it? Cognitive services goes one up, and then it's there, right? Okay. So it's loading. It's going to. Oh no, that's not the one. YouTube dot service. No. Now it's saying weird stuff. Cognitive dot service dot. Well, we don't need the dot. Okay. And it should import it. But it is not importing it. So one of the things that we need to do is to go to app.module.ts file.
Should be from, right? Right here.
Oh yeah, thank you. Create variable, or is that an object? Image processing, yes. Well, what we are trying to do is to use computer vision to recognize Prince Philip's image. Let's.
Okie dokie. So sorry. What's our next move? I
Awesome.
updated here.
So great, and you fixed an issue. Thank you so much. You are amazing. Okay, now it does have cognitive services, and if you scroll down to our constructor function, there's no big line anymore, so we have no problem. So we have it. Awesome.
Yay.
Yes. And now we can use this services methods. This dot cognitive services.
Oops, sorry. Here we
dot, and if I do dot, then it should tell me there's an analyze image function. So it should run that. Yay. So remember, we console logged something else there too. So it should now run. If you go back to the Angular tab. All right, refresh. And yeah, so click on the analyze image. It's clicked, and the other function should run too. What was the cognitive services analyze? Analyzing image. That is not running. That means there is a problem. Oh, no. Analyze image. Well, it is looking at the analyzed image, but it's not running. So I guess we have to debug it. Let's try the debugging, how that works on the Codespaces. Okay, I'm going to put a red line on the cognitive service spec, or, well, actually, since you are in the product list, let's put a red dot there. So do you see the line 38? There's a red dot. Yes.
Yeah.
And now, if we say press F5.
You said press. Say that again.
F5.
F5. Got
it. Or we can just say on the plugin panel, you see there's a bug and there's a plus. We never talked about that one. All the way to the plugin.
Oh, to the plugins, yeah.
Errors, rewrite it. We will. Believe me, we will. Many times. And this is just to get today with a success. That's all I want. You see the one above that? That's debugger. Yes, click on that one. Okay. And if you go up all the way, there's a button that says, there's a plus button that's green. You can click on that to start debugging.
Let's just collapse all these. Where do you see? Oh, at the break point. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, let me see if I can get it to. Yeah, I clicked it. Hopefully it's happening. So what's going to happen is, you see we have 2 breakpoints. The code is going to come until there, and then it's going to stop. And we will see, if you open up the call stack, or we would see some functions filling in there. But it is taking time because it's, it's running in the browser and trying to do so many things. All right. So everyone,
in theory, something should happen in here, and then we would be able to see what's wrong. Is that the okay?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we have very little time while it's thinking about opening it up. Let's talk about what we have done and what we will be doing next. what we did was create a custom, computer vision resource, and then we tried it out here with categories and celebrities, and we used late Prince Philip's image to recognize if it's a celebrity or not. I'm going to do it again. So what we are trying to do is now add that functionality in a service in Angular, and it is taking some time, unfortunately, and get the same result. So we could, write it on our components and then see it. So here we gave the picture, and then it says it's Prince Philip, very confident, and it's a JPEG, so on and so forth. So we will continue in 2 weeks where we left off, and we are going to push the code back to GitHub, and you can find it on GitHub, AI Advocates and AI Playground. Oh, not there.
There's our test.
Yes. Oh, I think we're working on our test. You're right. So it's going to be here, but the latest, we're just playing around with this. The latest, you can always find AI Playground. So I'm going to paste the link here, and hopefully you will join us next time too, and we can build this, and we will, get to a much faster state next time. All right, we have 4 more minutes. Sorry, I thought that was 1 minute. And the other thing is AKMS Cognitive Services free. You can get a free account to code with us. You can have you can see more links here, and you can find the computer vision documentation at AKMS Azure AI. Comments. This was awesome. Oh, thank you, Seth. It's next week. Don't forget to watch Seth. Seth, what do you have for us next week? Do you have a guest, or how is your project coming along?
There might be a guest.
And I'm very disappointed Seth had 0 jokes for us today. Aren't you, Vanessa?
I know, we should have tasked him with the dad jokes. I'm gonna have to take a look at that subreddit and spruce up my jokes.
There's a guest next week. Who is your guest, and what are they going to talk about? Seth is so much more entertaining. He has a lot of jokes and also sound effects, so you will have a great time. Don't miss his episode next week.
Yeah,
well, I guess
I'm excited.
Yes,
I'm excited. I think we did great. I thought this was pretty awesome. I've actually never played with Codespaces, so I think it was super helpful also to have you in there, because I also don't know anything about Angular, so that was helpful.
Yeah, I am actually reconsidering thinking, like, there's just so many Angular detail which we don't want to get into. And if you guys are more interested in React, which Seth is doing, we can dive into that too. What's new in the world of conversation AI? Seth live stream on April 16 with Gary Pretty and Vishesh Oberoi. Well, I know I'm butchering those names.
Thank you, Microsoft developer.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Next time, yes, that. I imagine Seth was looking through his calendar, trying to. I know. Well, Seth has great interviews, and then he gets the most juicy information out of everyone he interviews. And thank you, Vanessa, for doing this with me and asking the questions. I hope this wasn't very overwhelming. I swear it's going to get much easier once we have the basic setup. I just got GitHub Student Pack. Looking forward to using $100 Azure credit. Awesome. That is really cool. use it on cognitive services. Yes, computer vision is a good one to start from. And if you have any requests, any features that you want us to implement first, just leave us some comments or find us on Twitter. And yeah, we had our Twitter stuff, right? What happened to them? Okay, here. No, it's not here. Never mind. Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.